That's how his whole, like, vibe is to me. Like, he has the vibe of a dude who is like, I can cook really well. And he, like, climbed out of, like, a Chicago dumpster. And he's like, trust me. Welcome back to the Talking Topics podcast. I'm your host, Gooter Spooch. And with me today, once again, I'm Oscar Mike, otherwise known as Mike, King of the Detroit Exclusionary Zone, Lord of all water for the 50-mile radius in which he lives, and General Anomaly Explorer. Say hello to the people, Mike.
Do not, my friends, become addicted to water.
Exactly. And with me as well is Durzo. I know him, and he talks about things. He doesn't really have a resume like Mike does.
That's fair. That is very fair.
Well, in any case, today we're gonna be talking about something that's very, very chill. Because I'm having some problems, so I didn't really have the ability to set up anything great for this week. But what we do have is pretty interesting, if not a little bit fucking weird. So, what do you guys know about the world of fine dining?
Oh,
Little
no.
to none.
So, I'm assuming that's a no, Mike.
Well, I mean, we don't exactly have a lot of opportunities for fine dining here in the exclusionary zone, so...
Yeah, I guess that's valid. You eat, like, fucking smoked rats and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine, because actually, I think this is one of the things you'll be able to eat pretty reliably, where you'd able to get your hands on the recipe. So we're going to go ahead and move over to my stream. Have you guys seen these before?
Eggs?
No. Those are rocks.
Ah.
Yes.
Mm.
So, a very famous Spanish chef, I think his name is like, oh, fuck me, Arredonio Antonio or some shit. I'm sorry, and Anthony Luis Aduriz, or whatever his name is. I'm sorry, I butchered the fuck out of his name. But he sells a thing called edible river stones. And it's very interesting, because it's basically like, I think his restaurant is something to the effect of he only sells shit that you can locally collect near his restaurant. And that's how they do it. They collect everything by his restaurant, right? And I think this is like his signature dish. It's one of the most interesting ones, in that he literally serves you a type of potato, then he coats it in clay, like actual literal fucking clay that his workers like mine out of the fucking nearby area, right? And then he cooks it to a point where the clay sort of like bakes on there as a hard shell, and when you hold it, look at it, and touch it, for all intents and purposes, it is a fucking rock.
Okay,
I don't want to
actual,
play.
but there is actual food in there.
Yeah, if you look down here, it is a potato. It's an actual potato.
Well, I can't really... That image is a little blown out.
I'm assuming that the clay is not edible.
Oh, no, you eat the
It's
clay.
like-
No, you eat the clay. You eat
What?
the whole thing. Yeah, you eat the clay on it, yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, so his signature way of presenting it is just like a pile of river stones, and then sauce to dip your river stones into. That's the main way he presents it. Here, let me see if I can find it with sauce. Oh, damn, I can't find the proper plate. But yeah, it looks like this. This is how he serves you your fucking stones.
Mm.
And that's the main thing we're going to be talking about today. It's just weird fucking food that I found out exists. So what do you guys think about this kind of like little deal here?
I don't like it.
I mean, this is like...
Oh, here's the guy. There you go. That's the dude right there. He also makes a Michelin Man that you can eat. You can eat the Michelin Man. That's one of his other restaurant thingies.
Vulcanized rubber.
This guy reminds me of the dinner plate show on Netflix.
Full plate?
Where
That's the guy. That's literally the guy.
Oh, it's him?
Yeah, it's literally the guy, yeah.
Is
Full
he the
plate?
helium balloon guy?
No, but we'll get there. Spoilers. We'll get there. We'll talk about that guy. No,
I
this
mean-
is the I serve people rocks guy.
I mean, to me, there's no difference between this and, like, the, everything is cake shit that was, like, big, like,
Everything
a year
is
ago.
cake?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that
Or they
like,
make,
like a technical alignment chart kind of thing, or
What do
is
you
it
mean?
like a legitimate? Is it like, oh, cake is anything that's like this and this and this? Or
No.
whatever?
That,
No,
like,
literally it's just the
phenomenon
idea
of... of people making cakes, but they're designed to look like other things, and then they just cut it with a knife, and it's like, oh, it's cake, actually.
Oh, it's like some TikTok shit.
Yes, exactly.
So it's entirely designed to be like a 7-second payoff of
I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Because I don't. That shit's fucking dumb. Like, who gives a shit? I have more important things to research, like edible rocks and stuff.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, it's a tasty hamburger, but wait, and then they like cut it with a knife, and it's like, it's cake.
It's cake. Well, see, that's another thing. I fucking hate cake.
I do not like it either. It is
so fucking much. And people are always like, oh, but you've never had like a good moist piece of cake? Yes, I have had a good moist piece of cake. Fuck that shit. Trash.
Indeed.
Even when I'm eating like a muffin or something that's supposed to be like a cake-ish muffin, you know what I mean? Like that type of muffin. I fucking hate that shit.
You're gonna get canceled over this.
If I get canceled, they're fucking stupid. Because it's like you get the little crumbs, right? And then when they get wet, they turn into like sort of like this thick gelled slurry. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense, in your mouth, and it like I don't know. It just tastes like shit. Like the fucking textures are bad. I don't like the taste of like actual cake mix. It doesn't really have flavors that I enjoy. Like I think adding chocolate to a cake is just a waste of fucking time. Like it's already like hard to eat cake, and chocolate's so rich that it's difficult to eat it. So you eat chocolate cake, it's just like, dude, this is fucked up. Like I used to be really big into cake, but I just realized it's like not worth it for like the type of like the amount of calories and bullshit that you have to consume to eat a cake. It's the same thing with icing, dude. I fucking hate icing. Icing is dog shit. It's so bad.
This is upsetting me more than the edible quote-unquote
dude,
rocks.
Okay, do you like sprinkles, Mike?
I don't give a shit about sprinkles.
Okay, sprinkles are just the hard form of icing. Icing is just like creamy sprinkles that you could fucking spray on shit. It tastes like ass. Even if you're like, oh yes, a nice lemon cream or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but like you put it on a cake and instantly made it dog shit again. So I don't understand why like you would want to fucking make your like nice lemon cream or whatever, like and put it on a piece of fucking bread, like some fucking sweet bread. It's so stupid. Like I would rather eat like no shit. I would rather eat like baked beans on a slice of nice, good tasting toast than one slice of cake.
What are you, British?
Oh man, yeah, really.
Dude, they're good. Okay, fuck you guys.
I've never actually been there. I mean, I agree with you on the icing and cake thing, and I have never tried beans on toast.
Beans on toast is great. A really good breakfast to me is baked beans, toast, an egg, and then whatever else I'm feeling at the moment. Usually gonna be like some type of maybe hash browns, and then like some cheese to go with it, just to get a little bit of fat in there. That's a good breakfast to me. Like, I think a full English breakfast sucks because it's got, like, sausage, and sausage is, like... It's, like stuffed, like, meat diarrhea shits into, like, a fucking tube that you then, like, eat and just to, like, fucking suck the shit out of it. I fucking hate sausage. Sausage is so stupid. Alright, before I get canceled, let's...
You're fixing to get canceled for that one.
Let's move on. So, yes, this is the guy you're thinking of. Let me rewind.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, this is another guy. This is a Chicago restaurant, Mike, that they sell edible helium balloons.
Yeah,
I think I've heard about this.
Yeah, it's Alinea. Well, we'll watch this. We'll watch this for a second. You can ignore the bullshit track in the background. I just want to show you the thing where he eats it.
Hello?
And that's how you eat it. That's literally it. That's all I want to show you. That's how you eat it. It's one of this dude's, like, big things. Okay, actually, I'm going to let it play a little more. I really like this guy. Like, okay, hold on.
I already told you I want to go on a trip and go eat at his restaurant.
Yeah, okay. The head chef, the guy who owns it, is that guy right there. That's the guy. Let me see if it'll zoom in on his face.
I mean,
he's a pretty cool dude.
Edible food float. How ridiculous is that, right?
I like him so much. Like, you know how when you look at somebody's outfit, Mike, right? And it's like, damn, I don't think I would wear that, but that's drip as fuck, right? You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Like they're looking good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. That's how his whole, like, vibe is to me. Like, he has the vibe of a dude who is like, I can cook really well. And he, like, climbed out of, like, a Chicago dumpster. And he's like, trust me, I've been into the fucking woods. Like, he studied with Tibetan monks, except they were like rats that were smoking meth in the fucking sewers of Chicago or whatever. right?
Okay.
And then he's like, I will now show you what they've shown me! And he... he was like, yeah, these are, it's like the first dude who made up Whippets, right? Except this dude's is like an actual respectable form of, like, food, you know what I mean? Like, it's such fucking weird crackhead shit, like, yeah, bro, what if we made a balloon out of sugar? I think that's how they make it, like, some sugar thingy. And then we put helium in it to eat. He literally says it's like, sorry?
Do you think Whippets is like an unacceptable form of food?
No, what I mean is, like, you can easily sell, like... Okay, Mike, if you went to a fucking restaurant, and so I was like, yes, and for dessert we have a wonderful course of Whippets. Would you, like, eat the Whippets? Like, would you do the Whippets for dessert?
I feel like there are, like,
what are
better and
Whippets?
easier ways to get high.
Yes, but my point being, Mike, that, like, it's the same kind of deal. Like, you're inhaling some fucking chemical bullshit, like some gas bullshit, in order to, like, have fun. Does that make sense?
I mean, I guess, but...
Mike, you're clearly trying to bust my analogy, and I don't appreciate it. In any case,
I'm sorry.
This dude, Grant Achatz, or whatever his name is, right? He looks fucking awesome. I don't know what it is about him, but he's got, like, this weird crackhead energy. Like, he looks like he is always up to some shit. Like, the way I see it, right, I feel like he has way less tame ideas than, like, oh, edible balloon that you get helium on. But the society's not ready for it yet. Does that make sense, Mike? Like,
Okay.
when you look at this guy, does he not just give you that vibe, dude? Like, look at him! He looks like he's up to some shit.
I mean, I get what you're saying, sure, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just really, really like the way this dude looks. Like, he's got the fucking, like... You know how it's like, okay, Gordon Ramsay sells himself as, like, the tough guy who's, like, British, so he's, like, foreign or whatever, ooh, right? And he's got, like, the restaurant, he knows what he's doing and shit. You know what I mean? Like, he sells himself like that.
Sure.
Right, as a respectable tough guy or whatever, right? This guy, like, doesn't sell himself that way, but the vibe I get from him is, like, he's just a dude who, like, likes making cool shit, and food is just the way that he does it. There's a really great, if you watch Full Plate on Netflix, or, I don't know, I think it's on Netflix, I don't remember. Listening to him
Actually, I
talk
think it was
about
on
food,
Hulu.
No, it's on Netflix. We haven't had Hulu for, like, years, bro. It's definitely on Netflix. The way he talks about food is super fucking cool. And I just really respect the fuck out of his, like, whole design. Also, I like how his restaurant looks from the outside. Because it looks, like, not exclusive, if that makes any sense. And then where is it? No. I want the actual, like, picture of the outside of his restaurant. As them showing how they make it, I don't give a shit. Oh, it's not going to show us. Damn, it's only going to show us the kitchen. His restaurant also looks really cool. I don't know, man. I really like the edible balloons. I think it's fucking sick.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, fuck you, Mike. I'm right about this one. I like this guy.
Like, I just feel like you could just fucking suck some helium. I don't know.
Dude, okay, the idea is that, like, it's about the show of it, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure,
when they
I
bring
get...
you, like, a little, like, bunch of tethered balloons, like, yes, here's your little balloon, because I think I remember one of the things he said about it was, like, it makes people feel like kids again. Like, they get, like, that childish wonder, and he's literally serving them childish wonder, Mike, not actual food, if that makes any sense.
Sure. I guess I get the kind of, like...
Reasoning behind it?
Performance art-esque element of it. I just... Maybe to me, I go to a restaurant to eat some fucking food.
Okay, how about this? They do serve actual food, to be fair, but, okay. Is it like, when you look at, like, a fucking, what's that dude's name? The splatter artist guy?
Oh, Jackson Pollock?
Yeah, when you look at a Jackson Pollock painting, you're like, this is dog shit. This is only for, like, art people who want to sniff their own fucking farts and, like, kill themselves with their own ass gases, right? Is that how you feel about it, Mike? Like, I get it, but, like, what the fuck are you on about? Or is it different?
I guess I just don't... I guess I'm just not more of an appreciator of, like, food as art. I guess when in, like, a restaurant setting, if I was in, like, oh, we're doing a special exhibition on, like, food art, like, maybe I would be more into it, but, like, if I'm just, like, going to a restaurant to, like, eat some food, I don't care. Just give me the food.
But it's not a restaurant where you eat food. It's a dining experience. That's the whole point, Mike.
Okay, sure. I guess it's just not for me, then.
Okay, Mike, here's an example. If you had a birthday party, right? And you wanted entertainment, or you wanted food, you would do what? What would you do to get that food? Who would you hire to feed everybody? What's the name of that service, Mike?
A caterer?
Okay, you would hire a caterer, right? That's whoever the fuck is going to give you food to feed people. Now, if you want, like, entertainment and something memorable and cool, do you know what you hire, Mike?
Like a Benihana chef?
Yeah, like a dining experience chef that will, like, we got the little fucking, volcano made of fucking onions or whatever.
Yeah, but to be fair, he did say if he was just going to get something to eat, but he needs a situation where
I'm
he
saying
wants to
Mike's
do
fucking stupid. He doesn't appreciate the art put into this. It's so fucking cool, Mike.
I
What
love
is
how
wrong
you're
with
so
you?
offended by him just not immediately
Because
like
I'm gonna
Googling.
defend the balloon
the,
man who crawled out of the
balloon man.
dumpster and to the end of my fucking days.
Man, you really have interesting picks of what you want to defend and
I
what
will
you don't.
defend this. To put this up, I found out about the rocks, the edible rocks, and this shit from a show called Full Plate when I was watching it with Durzo. Full disclosure.
It was a
right?
great show.
You can ask Durzo. I have been on this shit since then. Like, when this dude came out, you could ask Durzo. I was hyping him up the entire fucking show. I forgot there were even contestants in the show. I was just talking about this fucking balloon chef.
That is very true. He was all about this guy when he first appeared.
Dude, he's so fucking cool. Like, okay, hold on. There's magic in him. That's unfortunate. There we go. Look at him, dude. He looks like he's wearing somebody else's face, but like underneath he's like a mad genius, if that makes any sense. Like, have you noticed that his eyes have like bags, right? But it's not like they have bags. It looks like he's literally got like another mask on top of his face. He just looks so fucking cool, dude. Oh my god, I love this guy.
Damn, what's like the opposite of a backhanded compliment? You're like intentionally like negging him, but to hype him up and
Dude,
like be nice to him.
What do you mean?
I get what you
Also,
mean. I don't
his
know
hair-
what you would call that.
His hair is like, if you looked at all the other full plate chefs, they have like good hair because they're rich or whatever, right? His hair is like really nice in a fucked up way. Does that make sense? Like, hold on, let me like get to the side of his head. Like, you could tell he's got like good hair work done, but like he just intentionally lets all this shit happen. You know what I mean? And I think that's fucking... Fuck off, Mike. You're laughing at me, but it's fucking... I like this dude a lot. Okay, we're moving on. You guys are
Okay,
gonna bully me.
alright, I'm just like, I feel like
I'm not
you're-
bullying you. I understand where you're coming from.
Like, is he paying you for this?
No!
Like, is this like an ad?
No, but Grant... Okay.
Secretly, he's being endorsed by him.
Shut up. Grant Atches, if you want to come on the Talking Topics podcast, I will fucking talk to you for so goddamn long. I do not care. If you want to talk about your fucking foot fungus you got from the gym after using the wrong shower after some fucking weirdo used it, I'll talk about that. If you want to
Grant.
talk about this one time where you had to go out back and stab rats to death with a chef's knife during your training because the fucking French chef or whatever told you it built character, I'll fucking do that. If you want to tell me about how much of a fucking loser I am for thinking the balloon shit is cool, I'll listen to you. Please, Grant. I need to see you in real life. I have to know you're real.
Grant, don't do it. It's a
Damn.
trap. He's gonna lock you in his basement. We don't even have a basement. He'll build one just for you.
No, I won't, Grant. This is not... I'm not intending to entrap you. This is not a honeypot. I just want to speak with you. Grant, please. We're going to move on before I embarrass myself.
Before you embarrass yourself.
So, this is our next thing I quite enjoy. This is Kopi Iwak. What do you think Kopi Iwak is without reading it?
Oh, I mean, this is that civet coffee.
Yeah.
What
Durzo,
coffee?
do you know what civet is?
No.
Mike, if you know about it, hopefully, you could explain it. Otherwise, I'll just read the wiki.
Well, so civets are little... I don't even know what, like... I don't know what the
think they're like
correct term is.
rodents?
I don't think they're rodents. They're like weird, like... They're almost like cat. They're like a cat, like a mix between like a cat and a badger, essentially.
They're like weird, like, mammals, I guess.
Well, I mean, they are mammals. But
No, you know what I mean? Like lemurs and shit. Like, they're in that weird category of, like, this thing's fucking weird. Like, they're like chinchillas or, like, eyes or whatever. It's like that, like, I don't really know what the fuck this thing is. Like, is it a mouse? Is it a bat? It's like that, but with a cat and a badger, okay?
Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah.
like, so I guess people found that, like, basically the civet will eat, like, coffee beans, essentially.
Okay.
And then, I guess as a, like, process of, like, the beans being digested, it, like, well, cooks them, essentially. And then, like, people found that they could collect the beans that pass through its digestive system and into its poop. That, like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, these could make some killer fucking coffee beans.
Yeah, so Durzo.
So it's
You
poop
know how
coffee.
you roast coffee, right? And then you bottle it and then it's ready to use, right?
Yeah.
They roast their coffee by feeding it to an animal and then picking the coffee beans out of their shit.
That's really weird.
It's fucking cool as shit. Because it's the same thing where it's like, I wonder who's the first person to do this. Like, you've heard that fucking story where it's like, everyone's heard the joke where it's like, who was the first person to drink fucking milk? Like, he's like, ooh, this shit looks good. He starts sucking on a fucking cow udder, right? You know what I mean? Like, the first dude to do it was a weirdo. But, like, the first dude to eat the fucking palm, like, the little fucking, like, coffee shits, that is probably the most fucked up dude that has, like, ever existed. It's so fucked
He's a
up.
man of adventure. Leave him alone.
Yeah? Well, what do you think about this, There's? What's your opinion of shit coffee? Because we're going to talk about the taste and stuff soon.
I mean, let me hear how it tastes, and then I would tell you whether I would try it or not.
It varies by the age of the beans, how you brew them, how you roast them, obviously. But also the processing of the beans after they've been shit out, and where they came from before they were eaten and shitted. Right? So if you notice,
Okay.
Where is it? General consensus within the industry. It just tastes bad, according to the Specialty Coffee Association of America. So it is a dog shit coffee that tastes like actual rat shit. Also, this is a civet over here. This is a civet. You see what I mean? They're like little rodent. I think they have to be rodents, right? There's no fucking way.
I think they're like,
That's a mammal.
they might be
It's not
related to
wrong.
like weasels or something.
Bro, did you say that? Oh my god.
I know. Shut up. I realized as soon as I said it. Shut up.
Yeah, but it is
Yeah, it looks
literal-
like a weasel.
It is dog shit coffee. Would you try some of this? Yes, sir?
It tasted just like Folgers, stale, lifeless, petrified dinosaur droppings steeped in
So
bath couple.
why the hell would you do this thing? Just for the lulz? Like, if it doesn't even taste good, what's the point?
It's a novelty item. It's like a little gimmick. I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, bro. I like to smoke batshit cigars or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking about? Like the people getting high off batshit.
I mean, it's kind of like I like to taste. I like to suck helium out of like little sugar gel
Mike!
balloons.
Mike! Mike, I will fucking fight you. Don't you dare. He elevated the balloon, Mike, and he elevated the helium, and he
wanna know
elevated
what's
sugar.
funny?
What?
You know what's funny, Mike? That's not even like the craziest stuff he has. He has some other really weird
dude.
crap.
I
I'm
didn't want to
sure
go.
he does.
I didn't
That's like
wanna
an
just, like-
appetizer.
Yeah, I didn't want to. No, it's a dessert. I didn't want to like suck that chef's dick for like an hour, but I could talk about that motherfucker for so long. He is so goddamn interesting, dude. Oh my lord! And also the fact that like, he lives in Chicago and shit. So like, he comes from like a dog shit place to live. Like, oh yeah, you walk outside when it's winter and your skin is flayed off of your body as ice crystals and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Fuck off, Mike. Stop trying to be mean to me. Oh yeah, but where is it? This is what I will say. There are farms for this shit, and it is fucked up because they are force fed. Like the animals are force fed to take like dog shits, and it's actually really, really fucked up. Like it's the same way like they have like those chicken pens where chickens just eat like what the fuck ever, and people just don't give a fuck. So like, it's so fucked up because they're like harvesting this coffee. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's a fucking.
Yeah, it's like foie gras or veal or ortolan or something.
See, no, Mike, that's the thing. It's even more fucked up than that. Because not only are you doing that, like, awful shit to an animal, you're also doing it for coffee that tastes like actual shit. It tastes like stale, lifeless, petrified dinosaur droppings steeped in bathwater, Mike. And you're committing, like, an obscene amount of animal cruelty, dude. It's just so fucked up. Granted, like, the Indonesia and the Philippines and that area is, like, pretty famous for, like, really, like, dog shit, fucking, like, terrible animal markets and shit. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not super surprised. But it's so fucked up, dude. Imagine being, like... You know, it's like born to shit, forced to wipe. Well, they're born to shit, forced to eat fucking coffee beans. Like, it's even fucking worse, dude. It's so bad, dude. Yeah, I feel so fucking bad about it, dude. That's why I would never, like, buy this. Even though it is really interesting. I would never buy it, just ever. I don't want to support the fucking, the fucking the shit coffee. Any final thoughts about this before we move on?
It's just really weird.
Yeah, don't drink the shit coffee.
All right, good. Now this is interesting. Do you guys know what San Nakji is? More
Let's
animal
assume
cruelty,
I
by the
don't.
way. This is more animal cruelty. If you're wondering.
Let's assume I don't know.
I would love to eat this if it wasn't so fucked up. So, you know how people serve octopus tentacles, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, do you know how like octopi can like lose their tentacles and shit, and they'll keep doing shit, right?
Yeah, they've still got like nerves and stuff.
And they do shit, like they
Going
move
through.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have played Super Mario Sunshine. You pulled the little fucking arms off the squid and it, like flopped around your hand.
Yeah.
Now imagine if you ate that.
Yeah.
That is what this is. They
Yeah.
chop the fucking like legs off of a live octopus and then immediately feed it to you with no prep, basically.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Here's a video of it.
Wait, before
Oh, joy.
you go for the crab.
Shochu, for me too. Oh wait, how much is there? Not so much.
I have some in my cup.
Okay, Nish has enough. I'm gonna give you most of the rest.
Okay.
Here.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it.
Oh man. I cannot
It
wait to
squirms
Okay.
inside of your fucking mouth while you try to eat it.
Okay, wait.
It's also difficult to get because the tentacles will stick to shit, and you can't actually pick them up out of the tray.
Yeah.
This is really weird.
Thoughts?
I mean, eh.
There's also, I don't know if you noticed, a health hazard. There's a chance that it might literally grab onto your throat in order to not fall down your throat just by random chance. And there's basically no way to fucking get them off unless you like eat a bunch of weird shit until they like fall in.
Yeah. Well, I imagine you'd have to. Well, I mean, eventually it would probably just let go because it would eventually, like, the death would take it and it would stop.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. it wouldn't like stop suctioning to you, Mike. That's not how fucking suction works. What,
I
you
mean,
think that they're like little fucking suckers or like little vacuums that like suck air and shit so they can stick to things better?
Yeah, is that not how they work?
Oh, jeez, Mike. Oh, I have to be mean to you. See, like, you'll
Oh
talk,
my God.
You'll say dumb shit like that, but then you'll talk shit about the fucking helium balloons. I'm so mad at you, bro. He's
Stop bringing
a
it
fucking
back. It's over
visionary.
and done with.
I need to talk to him. I have to talk to him.
Damn.
Grant,
Alright.
run. The trap.
We'll move on. This one's pretty interesting, and it's cruelty-free from what I'm aware of. These
Oh yeah, bird nest soup.
are bird's nests. Yes. So, Durzo, I know you don't know what this is. Do you know what
Nope.
these are?
A bird's nest? Yes, I know what a bird's nest is.
Okay. Basically, they're made by little birds in like Asia. And do you know what these are made out of? These little crusty things.
No.
It's like their spit.
It's saliva. They fucking go like and these like sloppy saliva droopies all over the place in order to get them. This is an extremely rare ingredient, obviously, and you can make soup out of it, which is very, very nice. You can also just eat it, but typically people make soup out of it. Because it's actually very, very good for you, like a high nutritional value and shit, but it's also, if you noticed, $3,000 per pound.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. And I think this is like a prime example, but it can also be like this. But yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, if you see you can get red ones that are like super, super rare. And it's actually really, really interesting. I don't remember the reason. Oh yeah, this is also one of those ingredients. You know, like Eastern mysticism, like magic medicine or whatever, like acupuncture and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's actually one of those things. If you weren't aware, like these fucking doodads can fucking like they're said to be like, oh yes, the fucking mystical power of the bird saliva will cure you of your cancer or whatever the fuck. And they thought that like the red coloring to it was like a symbolic like doodad, if that makes any sense. Like, oh yes, this is one blessed by the fucking nature spirits. I mean, I don't think they actually think that, but that's like the kind of mysticism bullshit that's going on with it. And I just thought it was like, yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna write off
I was gonna
thousands.
say,
of
yeah,
years
you just
of
read off an entire like religion, basically.
medicinal history for that. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's not medicine. I'm saying that the red one is super powered. It's like the red one is a sensu bean or whatever you know what I mean? Like that kind of bullshit. Mike, you know just as well as I do that like tons of people like use fucking mysticism as like a vehicle for selling fucking like bullshit to people, right?
Yeah, I know.
So it's like I don't know. I guess you have like a fair point where I'm like being a dick to like these people or whatever, but I'll never meet them first of all. So whatever. And the only people who will ever probably hear about this, cause I don't think fucking like shamans in like Indonesia and shit and like acupuncture dens are like gonna be fucking like, oh yes, we listen to talking topics with Guderspooch, and he made me very mad when he said that everything I do is bullshit. Which is not
Number
true.
one infamy in that country, Shooter Spooch.
Well, it's not like I'm saying it doesn't do anything either. It's like acupuncture and shit like that is like chiropractic. Like, it's not like medicinably replicable. Like it doesn't really do anything. Like chiropractic doesn't really do anything. But you know as well as I do, Durzo, that it works for our dad. Like he feels way better after he goes to the chiropractor, even though that's like bullshit. You know what I mean?
Chiropractor actually can reset your bones. It's a medical field.
Yes.
He doesn't do acupuncture. He does chiropractic.
You do know that they're all on like the same level, right?
I mean, I think chiropractor is actually
Mike, you're aware of this, right?
Facility,
No,
right?
yeah, I know. It's like a lot of it's sort of.
It's
like,
not. It's not that it doesn't work, but it's not science.
Yeah.
It's basically like sugar pills, kind of. It's actually you can get like a degree or whatever in like chiropractic, but you're not like. Okay, to be like a general practitioner, you have to be like either like a practicing nurse or whatever, or like a fucking doctor, right? But to be a chiropractor, it doesn't make you a doctor. Does that make sense? Like you're not actually a doctor. You help people, but you're not actually a doctor. It's the same thing with acupuncture.
Okay.
And Mike, you sound like you had some hot take to fucking hit me with.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah, like there may be, I think like there are like certain, well, quote unquote health benefits for it, and like it's not like they can't like help with certain things, but yeah. Like it's not a medical profession.
Yeah, it's not something that people like put stock into in a like serious way. It's the same thing with acupuncture. It does help people. Like people do report like being helped by it when normal medicine wouldn't really help them all that much. I do not advocate for fucking alternative medicine, by the way. Let me make that very fucking clear. You should always talk to a doctor if you can and you have like the ability to, because you know, like some fucking rich fuck is gonna charge you 500 times what it's worth or whatever. But like, still, it does actually help people. But I don't know. Thinking that like fucking red birds' nests are like all crazy and shit is just so goddamn stupid. It's more that I think it's like to the degree, like I don't know if you saw this, but it goes from like a normal white nest being 2,000 US to a red nest being 10K.
Jesus Christ.
Because of its perceived like abilities and shit. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I would never pay for a bird nest.
I would never pay for a bird nest.
I don't know, man. I'm one of those people that like, I think the biggest issue with not being literally immortal is not being able to do literally everything ever. If that makes any sense. Does that make sense?
I mean, I understand what you mean.
Because I would 100% eat this shit. Hopefully it's cruelty free. I didn't see anything in here that would indicate that it's like super fucked up. Because like it's a fucking bird's nest. Like obviously taking taking birds' nests are like fucked up. But it's not like people are like
Raising birds just to take their nests or
they're not
something?
like force feeding them coffee beans so they could shit out the worst tasting coffee in existence. You know what I mean? Granted, a lot of shit like animal rights are not really a thing in Asia, from what I'm aware. Like they sort of fucked up shit. I was originally gonna do one on Chinese street food as well. Like you can just buy like fucking squirrel penises on sticks and shit at Chinese like food markets, dude. It's fucking crazy. Like, it is definitely like a racist sort of deal to be like, oh, coronavirus bat soup or whatever. But those fucking places do have crazy shit like that. You know what I mean? I remember, I'm not endorsing like, oh, bat soup fucking corona or whatever, fuck China mentality shit. I'm just saying that like Chinese, like, and Asian like food markets, they do get on some shit. like some real shit, as evidenced by the fucking Japanese squid or Japanese octopus cuts, where you fucking put slimy doodads in your mouth. Though there is something to be said about like killing animals and eating them. I think it's particularly fucked up to do that to an octopus we know is like extremely intelligent, if that makes any sense. If you consider,
Well, I think it's less.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's that you can get squirrel penises, as you said, and more like the conditions in which all of that is prepared and served.
What I'm saying is like they just don't give a shit, is what I'm saying. So like the cruelty-free nature of any type of like Asian meat market food is typically going to be not a big deal to them compared to how it is in like specifically America. I'm not super familiar with like Europe's philosophy on that kind of shit, considering they make shit like foie gras, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. It is really fucked up. But in any case, we'll move on. Horse meat. So this is something I really, really do want to try. Now, cancel me if you want for eating horses. Fuck you. I want to try it.
I would assume it's pretty tough.
It's you can actually get this. It's like a form of sashimi that you can get at izakaya or whatever the fuck they're called. Ikazaki. Here they go. Yeah, izakaya bars, like the one we went to, or the one we go to, Durzo, where you just get like a fucking big old fucking slab of horse meat to eat. And I think it's really funny because where is it? You can get it as a barbecue, or you can get it as barbecue, which means, translated literally, horse meat. Which I think is very funny, considering the normal name for it translates to like cherry blossom and shit like that. Yeah, it's pretty fucking sick. Oh, also, this is a funny fact. Japan imports living horses from Canada and France and meat from several other countries. The 5 largest horse meat exporters to Japan, great intro, are Canada, Mexico, Italy, Argentina, and Brazil. Also, Brazil is up to some shit. I didn't include a lot of their shit, but Brazil is also on some incredible next level fuck shit with their food, dude. It's kind of crazy. Oh, yeah, also, Tonga was pretty interesting. It's like a special meat, if that makes any sense. And where is it? Yeah, these special occasions may include the death of an important family member or community member, or as a form of celebration during the birthday of an important family member, or perhaps the visitation of someone important, such as the King of Tonga. So it's kind of like in Indiana Jones, where like, oh yes, and for our final meal we will eat monkey brains or whatever, right? But they're like, yes, here, King, horse meat.
Well, I mean, and I imagine it's like that because I mean Tonga's just like a tiny island.
Yeah.
So it's not as though they have like an enormous horse population that they can like draw from regularly for meat.
That, and I believe it also comes from like the symbolism of like a horse being like one of the strongest and most useful animals. You know what I mean? Like, well, because like people's horses are always put on like the same level as them, especially in like Eastern cultures and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like when you see like a fucking general in like a Japanese or Korean painting or whatever, their horse is usually put on like similar levels to them. Whereas like you wouldn't see that for like the pigs and shit. Obviously they ride it into battle or whatever, but it's like that thing with like Asian sort of their belief in like spiritual power. I think, no, don't quote me on this, I think that in Tonga, sort of like feeding the king or whatever, like an important person, this horse meat represents, yeah, if you see, in Tonga, a horse is one of the most valuable animals the family can own because it is a beast of burden, right? So it's showing sort of like a thing like, yes, we are feeding you like the absolutely, like this is the highest class of thing we have. It represents like our hard work and our dedication to like having a good birthday or feeding our king something fucking sick and shit like that. And I think that's like really interesting. Actually, our next guest that we're gonna have on the show, we might talk about some shit like that. So look forward to the next episode of Talking Topics. It's very, very cool. Where was the other one? There was another one. Oh yeah, Metwurst. I'm sorry, Meatwurst. Is a very great name for Finnish smoked sausage that has like a bunch of different bullshit in it, but also has horse meat, which is amazing. And
Excuse me, I think that's Metversti.
Metversti. Sorry, it's Meatversti. Yeah, where is it? There's another really, really fun one. Oh yeah, I like it so that like Italy has like 20,000 ways of preparing fucking horse meat.
Yeah, of course they do.
You act like you don't have 20,000 ways to
I mean-
prepare horse meat, Mike.
I mean, I don't, because I'm not Italian.
Hey, Mike.
I mean,
we don't make
honestly-
fun of POCs in this show. You better watch your fucking mouth.
You can always make fun of Italians. It's not racist.
No, you're right.
Let's see. I mean, I don't really care about horse meat. It's meat. Horse is an animal as an animal that can provide meat. Sure, fine.
This is a little cursed. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a little cursed. Damn, bro. Venetian horse meat butchers are fucking wilding out. But yeah, I will say that is one thing. Like, go back to the Tonga shit. That is one thing that I think is like one of the fucking worst, like absolute worst dog shit thing about like sort of like hegemonic forces and like colonialism and shit and like cultural imperialism is that like obviously let me get this out of the way. The conditions in which people are subjected to are the most important part. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. I get it. Don't fucking cancel me. But the fact that a lot of these cultures are like you miss out on that kind of shit because it's like what type of like cool cultural shit would have developed in certain places if there hadn't been like a bunch of bullshit from like European like colonizing and shit. You know what I mean? Like I think about like if you could go to like America, like in the Americas, I mean, not like the United States of America, and you could go like, yeah, bro, I went and I ate this fucking like cool shit on like the steps of an Aztec temple by some fucking Aztec dude whose dad used to be like, or whose great granddad was like a fucking step priest to like sacrifice people to the fucking eclipse gods and shit. Fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, think about how much of that shit we fucking like miss because of all the fucking destruction of people's cultures and shit, dude. It's so fucked. Like, whenever I read these like wiki pages and I see all this cool shit about like all the different ways people prepare horse meats and like why it's symbolic and like important in their culture, and then I'm just like, damn, bro. America begotten burgers and shit, and British people begotten like I don't even know. British people don't have anything good. They just have dog shit. Like, people always say like tea, but they stole that. What's the other thing? Tea and what's the other thing?
Like stew, I think, or something?
No.
Chips.
No. It's like what are British people known for? Colonialism. But like, oh yes, British tea. It's like, well, tea's just something they stole because they're giant pieces of shit and they like fucking hate people. Read Opium Wars.
Nice.
But in any case, before we go to this next one, I will preface this next one. If you thought the other ones were kind of gross, this next one is super fucking gross comparatively.
Yes, I already know what this is.
You know it? Okay, you looked at it.
No, I know what this is.
I'm saying you saw the tab.
I did see the tab.
Okay, so another thing I'm going to be talking to Durzo about during this may make no sense to you, Mike, because you have not seen Berserk. If you have not read or seen Berserk and you're a viewer, you should really dip out because you should definitely. It's not like a huge spoiler thing, but it's about something that's in the anime and manga Berserk that I don't want people to like be. Well, it's like a really quick factoid, Durzo. It's not that big, but we're about to be talking about a food called Baelitz. So if you do not like kind of gross shit. And there's certain things that fucking freak you out. Because I know that I don't like looking at this. I don't like it. And I'm generally not a fucking squeamish person. So if that's it, thanks for coming to Toppin' Topics. Like, subscribe, follow me on fucking Twitter. Shit like that.
Do you even have a Twitter?
I do. At Gooterspooch. It's literally the same as my channel. It's got the same icon, all that shit. I'll probably post the link in the bio. But yeah, follow me on Twitter for me to rant about stupid shit and call people assholes. And like tweets about socialism and shit. But if you don't like weird, creepy, I don't say creepy, but weird like nonsense, we'll see you later. You have a great day.
Well, that was dismissive.
It's nasty.
I feel like I already know what it's about to be.
All right, Durzo. So Durzo, you know about the Baelitz in Berserk, right?
Yeah.
The little eggs, right?
Yep.
Do you know what Baelit means? Like sort of the idea what a Baelit is. A Baelit is an already fertilized egg. Okay? So in Berserk, when an apostle gets a Baelit, that means that they already have the ability Like it's already been like sort of fertilized with their evil thoughts and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they just have to awaken it and hatch it to become an apostle, right?
Right.
Well, that's the fun fact. Now we're gonna get into the fucking nasty shit. This is a Baelid. We're gonna get out of there so you can't see. All
Oh
the super
God, not
nasty
this.
shit.
I know what this is.
These.
This freaks me the hell out.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna actually. I'll probably cut the video so no one can see the sidebar. I'm trying to find a good. Okay, yeah, we'll come down here. No, there's just no good place. I think this is like the best place to put it.
Yeah, also I was afraid we were talking about, but I didn't. I was hoping not.
I just find it to be like one of the most fucking like disgusting foods I have ever seen. Outside of like obviously like fucked up shit like eating people's like human brains and shit, this is some of the most disgusting fucked up shit I have ever fucking seen in my entire life. Like the idea of like cruelty-free food is like a big one, right? Like I prefer my food to be cruelty-free, which is basically impossible in America. Thank you, capitalism on the global stage. But the idea that you would fucking have a chicken and intentionally fertilize it for the sake of effectively eating babies is the most fucked up shit I think I could have possibly imagined. Like, usually shit doesn't disgust me, and this doesn't disgust me to a degree where I can't look at it, but I prefer not to. Right? And the thing that's most fucked up about this shit right here is that, like, apparently it doesn't actually taste that much different. It's just fucked up shit that people eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the actual eggs just taste the exact fucking same. It's not like the wonder that you get when you fucking eat a helium balloon that's made of sugar, and you're like, wow, this shit's fucking awesome. Why can't every meal be fun like this? I love this. This is a foreign food. It's an experience. It's great. This is not an experience to make you have fun. This is an experience to traumatize you. Like, I'm positive the creators of these people were, like, pranking. There's no fucking way. It's so fucking disgusting, dude. Yeah, what do you guys think?
I don't like it.
I don't know. I generally don't want to be like
Actually, I have a great idea. We'll put
dismissive of certain.
We'll put this up so we don't have to look at it. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't want to be like dismissive of certain like kind of staple cultural foods of different countries, but I mean, I agree that like it's sort of what's the word?
Distasteful? I would describe it as this is probably a bit of a strong word. It's a little repulsive. I would even almost go as far as saying it's actually repugnant. Not the people. I don't want to cast aspersions on their culture and shit. But the actual food itself, in my opinion, is repugnant. I do not like it.
Yeah, I would say it's sort of. I have an aversion to this.
Yeah.
I look at it and all I can think of is how fucked it is, dude. Like, it's so fucked up. Especially if you believe in, like, reincarnation and shit. That's, like, another thing that's super fucked. It's not like they're Okay. I'm not gonna go there, actually. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. But in any case, it's just so fucked up, dude. Because it's not like, oh, horse meat. We butcher a horse and we eat it. That's like you eat a livestock animal or whatever, right? This is like... It's so grotesque, dude. It's so fucked up. Like, okay, like, Mike, what's your opinion on foie gras? What do you think of foie gras?
I mean... Well,
Sorry, before we keep going,
granted...
Okay, before we talk, anyone who does not know what foie gras is when you take a game bird and you intentionally overfeed it to help develop an extremely rich and fatty liver and effectively kill it via force feeding in order to then eat its liver. All right, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, granted, having never eaten it, I can't say, like, oh, it's really fucked up, but man, is the taste worth it? I mean, yeah, obviously the methodology used to get to that point is, like, super fucked.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed. This is another thing I was going to point out, and I want to stay on the wiki page for that specific reason. If you notice, there are two different types of Baelits, right? Well, really three. There's two different types of Baelits primarily. One is the starter, which is the level of fertility of the egg, right? And then there's growers, which is like past like 8 weeks of them being fertile. So there's different levels to the fucking Baelid. It's so goddamn nasty, dude. Like I said, I don't want to cast aspersions and shit, but But there is certain shit that is just so fucked up that I just can't get behind it, dude. It's so fucked. Like snake hearts, whatever. I saw there was like Indonesian snake whiskey and shit where they put like scorpions and fucking snakes in whiskey bottles and shit, which is also pretty fucked. But like, I don't know, man. That's like different than just like raising an animal for the express purpose of eating it as a child. There's something just so perverse about that because you don't even have the option of being like, well, we raise these chickens to slaughter them, but in the meantime, in exchange, they get like to eat and live. Granted, it's dog shit conditions that they get to eat and live, right? They don't even get that here. It's fucked all around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
And this is also very different than there are these people who eat like undeveloped chicken eggs, which are like they're like little egg embryos that haven't developed like a shell. Some people put those on like their pasta and shit, right? It's like a very like weird European English thing, I think. All right, that's different. It's not. It's really hard to put my thoughts down, but it's just really fucking like disgusting and repugnant. I'll be 100% honest.
I mean, I'll just say that we as a species eat a lot of weird shit.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, well, what did you guys think of the show today?
Damn. I guess I'm glad I didn't eat before this.
Oh, yeah?
Agreed.
It's not
That
that
was-
disgusting. Get over yourselves.
Yeah, I may be hyping that up a little
It's
bit.
yeah. I mean, I have a fairly strong sense. It's like that made me definitely not want to eat eggs today. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
my
we need a palate cleanser.
I was checking something. Okay, nah.
You can't just buy edible balloons.
I mean, how would they ship it to you?
Yeah.
That is a great question.
Here's a fucking helium tank. What's his name? Grant Atchits?
I think I think this is irresponsible because we're currently in a helium shortage. So
Oh
Are
my
we actually?
god!
yeah, we're
I
running
think
out
he
of helium.
specifically talked about this. What the fuck?
Damn, is that Pennywise?
Dang,
See,
nice.
you cannot deny his energy, Mike. You literally can't.
He has some real chill, dude.
Not
I
even
want to
that.
make you some
He
food
has
energy.
the most fucking incredibly interesting energy of any motherfucker I've ever seen in my life.
Like I really like to do. Like when he first came on, I'm like, all right, this is the judge I want to be on the show every time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Also, yeah, tongue cancer. Yeah.
He has tongue cancer.
I don't know.
Chef Sparks baby debate? What?
The fuck? Yeah, what's going on? All that shit.
I like the feel.
Yeah, I think he did have tongue cancer, facing death. Yeah. I guess he wrote a book and he had tongue.
No, a chef with tongue cancer. The irony.
That is pretty dog shit, dude. I'd be really fucking mad.
I mean, what are you gonna do
There's
about
no
it?
way he did. That's not him. There's no way he used to look like that.
You don't know.
I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah,
kind of looks like a weird, skinnier version of him.
Is this him? Is this? There's no way, dude. There's no fucking way this is the same guy.
How do
This
you
dude
know?
looks like he fought dogs over like raw pieces of meat in the back alley of a fucking Chicago.
Didn't you
like,
just
street.
say he came up from a bad bringing?
I don't remember, dude. I remember him being super interesting, but I'm just talking about literally the vibe he gives me. Like, it's a powerful vibe, dude. Like, I'll put this out here. I'm not gay. I don't fuck dudes, and I'm not romantically interested in dudes, right? But goddamn, is this dude like he pulls me towards him in a way I don't really understand. It's very strange. There's just something about his like, because he's so fucking scuffed. Like, okay, like for example, let's look at like Gordon Ramsay, right? As a good example. Like, he always has like his fucking like hair coiffed and shit. And he gets it done all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's always got like the same kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Like put together. And even fucking I don't remember how to spell his name. Even Guy Fieri's got the same vibe. Like, he's put together. You get what I mean? He's a bit of a weirdo, but he's like put together. You see what I mean? Like, he's a dude. But then
Yeah.
He's definitely a dude.
Then you look at this motherfucker, and you're like, what is he planning? What kind of devilish bullshit is this dude getting up to?
I mean, I get what you mean that he's got like a fucking 1990s West Coast like grunge band look to him, but
Holy shit! Hold on, Mike.
Uh-oh.
Have you seen Reservoir Dogs?
Have I seen Reservoir Dogs? Yes.
He's Mr. Pink! I believe it's Mr. Pink. He reminds me of Mr. Pink. You know the guy who's like... He's like Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
Is that his name? What the fuck is his name?
I don't remember if Steve Buscemi is Mr.
It's not
Pink,
Mr. Pink. It's not Mr. Pink. Hold on.
Or who was he kind of does remind me of 90s Tim Roth.
Yes, dude, he has the same.
I mean, okay, now that you brought up the photo, he does look.
Dude,
there is a remarkable similarity.
What the fuck?
You're right, he does.
What the? Yeah, he looks just like Steve. Dude, I'm telling you, there are so many layers. Hold on.
And you doubted
Wow,
his
that
helium
looks really
balloons.
like it.
Hold on, what the fuck?
Did he
Steve
play as him?
Buscemi?
I was gonna say, did he play as him? Does he have like acting credits?
Oh, wait, you guys can't see
Dude.
that shit. Hold on.
Hold on, Google him and see if he has acting credits.
No, I'm not gonna Google Grant. Fuck whatever to see if he has acting credits. Hold on, let me line this back up.
I mean, he would definitely have acting credits for the show he was on.
These are really small. Oh, it's gonna look at the Google previews or whatever here. I don't know, man. He's got a really similar vibe. God, this dude is so goddamn interesting. It's really unfair. I'm really fucking mad about how goddamn interesting. And his hair is like... Dude, how does it look like he, at the same time, has like a full head of hair, and then like 1,000 individual strands of hair on his head? You know what I mean? Like... It's so fucking weird. God, I love this dude so much. Yeah, I think the dream has collapsed. We're done here.
Hold on, I wanna share this quickly. So I looked him up on IMDb.
Yeah, if you want to send me a link, I can pull it up on the stream.
No, there's really nothing interesting about his like filmography or anything. It's
Grant
basically
Atchis?
just like what?
Grant Atchis, this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do want to know that his only piece of trivia is has a son.
Nice, dude. Well, we'll leave it there. Grant Atchis, please come on the show. Love to have you talking topics. I've been your host, Gooter Spooch. You know, like, subscribe, share with your friends. We've got 6 subscribers. Wow, that's a lot more subscribers than we had earlier.
Wow.
Yeah.
6 times actually.
6 times as many. Yeah. Make sure you get your friends to look it up. I'm eventually gonna do on iTunes. We're gonna fix the audio setup a little bit more, get better and better every show. And we'd love to see you back next time. Anything to go out with, guys?
Don't eat baby eggs.
Don't eat potato rocks, kids.
All right, and we'll see you guys all next week. Grant, please, I'm begging. Just show up, please.